Hi guys, so I just wanted to jump on and give you my review of the Merrill Trail Chaser Kid hiking shoe. So just a quick backstory in regards to how we chose to buy the Trail Chaser. So my son Maddox is 3.5 and he has been hiking on his own for about a year and a half. And last summer we just had him hiking in those Cat and Jack generic shoes you can buy from Target, and he did fine. So this season we decided we were going to do the same thing and wait 1 more year before we got him actual hiking shoes. We did one hike and we found that they were rubbing the top of his feet. So we decided to bite the bullet and get him hiking shoes. When I talked to fellow outdoor moms, the general consensus was that Keen and Merrill are the go-to brands for kid hiking shoes. So in my research, Keen has a little bit of a higher price point than Merrill, and then Merrill has a couple different options when it comes to hiking shoes, and the Trail Chaser is the cheapest. So initially our choice in getting the Trail Chaser was a budget decision, right? So this cost us $40 before tax, which I know for some of you you're thinking, that's a little pricey for a shoe that your kid's going to wear one season. But we have been pleasantly surprised with this shoe and have really loved it. So I just wanted to talk to you about what we've liked about this shoe so that if you're kind of sitting on the fence, you can make that decision if that's something you want to do. So the first thing that I like about this shoe is that it is a slip-on shoe, just like you would see with your generic Walmart or Target shoes. There's not actual laces. You just slip it right on. The main difference is that it is nice and snug. So you don't have to worry about your kids' feet getting rubbed, you don't have to worry about blisters. The only drawback with that is that it can be a little tricky for your child to get on by themselves. So we've had these shoes about a month, and up until recently, Maddox has not been able to get them on by himself because they are so snug. But just recently he has been able to get them on. The other thing that I really like about this shoe is that it's held up super great under wear and tear. So Maddox is a magnet for mud and water, and obviously when you're hiking, you're outside and your kids are going to get dirty. So he has gotten into mud multiple times in these shoes, and I'm talking like deep mud, and you can't even tell. So what I've noticed is they'll get nice and muddy, the mud doesn't penetrate and get into the shoe, it will then dry and then just kind of flake off. So that has been awesome, because my experience with the Cat and Jack shoes is that they just get trashed when they get wet or muddy. The other nice thing is because they have kind of a thicker sole and then the material kind of comes up the side, we've done a couple hikes where we've had to hike through shallow streams or like shallow puddles, and it has just been enough like of a rise that his feet haven't gotten wet. So that has been super nice, because my experience with the Cat and Jack is that once the water hits this seam, the water will seep into the shoe. So they're well ventilated, but they've kept his feet dry even though we've been hiking through some water. The last thing that I love about these shoes is how grippy they are. So if you look at them compared to a Cat and Jack shoe, there's quite a difference in the sole. So for example, we went to Capitol Reef National Park and we did a hike that was over some slick rock, and he had no problem scampering up and down that rock with these shoes. In fact, he likes to call them his goat shoes. So overall, we've been super pleased with these shoes. Maddox really likes them, which is a plus. He is very fond of his cowboy boots, so it has been tricky in the past to get him into normal shoes for hiking, but because these shoes are so comfortable, I have no problem getting him to wear them for our hikes. Some things to take into consideration if you're thinking of getting your kid hiking shoes. My one recommendation is I would find a store that carries the shoe you're looking at and go in and have your child try them on. So sometimes as parents, we want to buy a size bigger because we want it to last for more than one season. That doesn't work with hiking shoes. The other thing you want to take into consideration is that each of us have a foot that's just a little bit bigger, so it can be really nice to go in and try the shoe on both feet of your kid and make sure that you know what size is going to work for them. If if you want to try and find this shoe discounted, some places that I've seen it discounted is you can sometimes find them on Poshmark, or you can look and see if there's like a local Facebook group in your area that does kid gear swap, and sometimes you can find them on there. If you end up having to buy them full price and you can't pass them down to a younger sibling, the other option is you could then try and sell them on Poshmark once your child is done using them or once they've outgrown them. So we've been really pleased with this shoe, and if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. You can comment below, and hopefully you're able to find something that works for you.